Let's talk health now. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention has allayed fears following the outbreak of human metapneumovirus in China and other regions. Director General of the NCDC, Jide Idris, says Nigeria is at moderate risk for the virus. He also mentioned that the agency is taking proactive measures to ensure the public is informed and prepared for any potential impact of the virus. Although no case of HMPV has been reported in Nigeria, the NCDC mentioned that it has ramped up surveillance efforts nationwide. Mr. Idris also says as of Monday, Nigeria's National Influenza Sentinel surveillance system has not reported any unusual increase in respiratory infections, including those caused by HMPV. The World Health Organization has also clarified that there's been no emergency declaration amid growing attention to the rising circulation of respiratory viruses, particularly human metapneumovirus in China. Well, let's get more perspectives to this. For more on Nigeria's preparedness for the HMPV, the respiratory virus surgeon in China, I'm joined by Associate Professor Infectious Diseases and Genomics in Adeleke University, Osun State, Oladipo Kolawole. Prof, thank you for joining us on the news this hour. Just how concerned should Africa be, considering what we experienced with the COVID-19 virus in 2020, and how much of information do you think we're getting from China?
Thank you for having me on the news. First of all, it should be noted that this virus is not new. This virus has been in existence since 2001. And truths have to be told that there's nothing to be scared for or to be scared about. It has been said by WHO, and NCDC has made it clear, it's seasonal. Season like this in the winter, you have more of a respiratory tract disease infection. And you can see that if you look at some countries, some data like I have at my hand, a lot of countries, even Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, they have been having cases of these, which we normally resolve with time. And the only problem, the challenge is there, is that when we talk about those who are at risk of getting this infectious disease is children, adults, then immunocompromised individuals. So it's nothing to worry about. The virus has been in existence, which shows that probably individual would have had an immunity against it because it has been in circulation compared to COVID-19 that we had that time, that kind of a virus has never been in human population circulated. So there is nothing to fear about, nothing to be scared about concerning the virus.
And it's exactly the same thing we're hearing from NCDC, saying that we're at moderate risk where this virus is concerned. But speak to us about what the standard practice is for Nigeria in cases of the viral breakout of this nature.
I think I want to say a big thank you to the Director General for NCDC, because they put out a lot of things, like they have a dynamic assessment in which they have been doing, and there's a sentinel surveillance system already existing, which have to do with the influenza, because influenza 2 is a respiratory tract infection like RSV2, that respiratory syncytial virus. Yeah, and this virus, HMPV, and respiratory syncytial virus, they belong to the same family. So for us working on influenza before, it has really been helpful and great. We have a good system that can easily pick it up if we have such a case. Then look at the public health advisory work that the government has been doing, both NCDC and Federal Ministry of Health, by educating the populace using different medium, like the one we are doing now. It's at least sensitized people, giving us the symptoms, cough, sneezing, that's something similar to normal catarrh, that once you have this, you can go. Not that anyone that has these already has the pathogen or the virus. No, because we got to get that clear to us. So what they have really done, and they have gotten across to a lot of sites about the infection prevention control materials, and information, education, communication material. So for NCDC, putting all this in place, it means we are at a good time in combating and even preventing. And for now, from the last statement released by them, they are trying to come out with a form that will be used at the point of entry, either at road, sea, or at here, so that when you feel those clinical signs that you have experienced for a few days, you can be quarantined, seen before we release you into the populace. And the experience we had in the COVID is very good to make us overcome this in case of any emergency.
Associate Professor, Infectious Diseases and Genomics at Adeleke University, Osun, Professor Oladipo Kolawole, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Elsewhere now, in other news, a group of elders in Gombe State are proposing areas that the 3 levels of government should prioritize agriculture in 2025. This agenda setting forms part of the resolution of the meeting of the Tinubu Inowa Mandate Group. Larry Adiemi has more.
It is the dawn of a new year. 2024 was a challenging year for many Nigerians, but 2025 seems to hold exciting promises. These northern elders in Gombe are deliberating on ways government at different levels could make the most beneficial impact on the people. They are recommending increased public investment in agriculture and its value chain.
It is only farming that can give you sufficient employment. So therefore, we need our government, from the national to the local, to the state to the local government, to concentrate more and more on agriculture.
The federal government should change the style of